So, you've finally finished your film. You've spent hours and hours shooting your documentary, following your character, telling your story, shooting your drama. Whatever it is, it's now, as they say, in the can. So what happens next? Well, the first thing you want to make sure doesn't happen is that you forget about those rushes. You decide, you know what, I just want a bit of a break from filmmaking for a week or two. You forget about it, you leave the camera lying around, someone else picks it up and wipes your media card. The first thing you want to do ASAP is get your material digitized onto a hard drive. And as soon as you've done that, you need to then back it up. Every piece of footage in this day and age, because we shoot on media cards, needs to be backed up in a second place. Hard drives, especially when they're dealing with video, which is a very high data rate, it's probably about the highest data rate of any computer material. The hard drive takes a real hammering when it's dealing with video. So hard drives fail on a more regular basis dealing with video than with anything else. So it isn't just a case of losing the material or accidentally wiping it, it's also having to deal with the fact that, as I say, hard drives can fail more quickly when they're dealing with video. So back that material up. Hard drives are so cheap these days. They're not quite beer money, but they're not far off. So buy yourself a cheap external hard drive, plug it in, and copy all your material from your first hard drive onto that backup hard drive, and then keep that and put it out of the way. In fact, I would say that as you edit your material, as you edit it and deal with it and create different versions, keep backing up that as well so you don't lose your edit. Most edit systems these days do create backup files, and one of the first things you should do is work out where it's storing those backup files. These days it's often in the library folder somewhere, and you'll find it appropriately labeled as the name of the software and backups. But suss out where those backups are going. Now, there's lots of different ways of you doing the edit. There's lots of free software out there. If you're working on a Mac, iMovie, as tedious as it can be to a professional, is still actually a great piece of editing software and provides you with all the facilities you need in order to do a basic edit and publish that as a self-contained file, whether you're publishing it online or whether you want it as a self-contained file on your computer or you want to burn it to DVD or whatever. iMovie and their equivalents on other platforms are good pieces of software. And again, it's not that long ago that software like that would have cost a great deal of money, and now it's free. So did you wake up feeling lucky this morning? I hope so, because you should do. Because if you wanted to be a filmmaker only a few years ago, it would have cost so much more. Now it's so much easier to be a filmmaker. Access to cameras, access to editing software, and the ability to then broadcast or publish that material to a big audience at next to, if not zero cost. It's never been available before. You should feel incredibly lucky to be doing this right now.